Some places just hold on to the past with this chilling grip. Today we're exploring the unsettling corridors of Tom Ogen's haunted hotels. And this book, it puts forward this really terrifying idea. What if the scariest ghosts aren't even the ones trying to scare you? What if they're the ones who don't even know you're there?
I mean, really think about it. Have you ever had that feeling that you're not quite alone? That little prickle on the back of your neck when you walk into some old building? Well, those are exactly the sensations that are at the very heart of our descent today.
See, every single guest leaves something behind, right? A laugh, an argument, a moment of just total despair. But what happens when those emotions are so powerful that they literally stain the walls? When a memory decides to check in and never check out?
So we're about to dive deep into the theories, the tragedies, and the absolutely terrifying encounters documented right here in these pages. And let me be clear, this is not just another collection of ghost stories. No, this is a whole different kind of haunting. All right, let's get into it. We're going to start by exploring this really chilling theory that is the foundation for pretty much every story in this book. It's a concept that completely reframes what a haunting is. It's not an act of aggression. It's more like an endless tragic performance. So Ogden's idea is this. Many hauntings aren't what we think they are. They're not conscious spirits trying to send us a message. Instead, they're psychic imprints. Imagine an intensely emotional event. I'm talking profound grief or a sudden shocking act of violence getting recorded by a location. It's like leaving a scar on the environment itself. And this is the key to the whole thing. It's called a residual haunting. That spectral figure you see walking down the hall, it's not a ghost looking at you. It's just a memory, an echo, playing out its final moments over and over for eternity. It has no idea you're there. It can't. It's simply stuck.
Our first stop takes us to one of America's most beautiful seaside resorts, the Hotel del Coronado. But let me tell you, beneath its sunny Victorian facade lies a deep and lasting tragedy that perfectly illustrates this whole theory of residual hauntings. So back in 1892, a young woman checks into the hotel completely alone, using the name Lottie Bernard. She said she was waiting for her brother, but he never showed up. 5 days later, sick and completely distraught, she was found dead. Her real name was Kate Morgan, and the real mystery of her final days? It has never been solved. Just picture this for a second. This final, lonely image. Kate, standing right there as a storm rolls in over the water. It seems that this emotional peak, this moment of pure despair, was imprinted on the hotel itself. Because to this day, guests and staff report flickering lights and the ghostly figure of a woman in Victorian dress, forever trapped in her last desperate hours. You have to wonder, right? Was she waiting for a lover who just abandoned her? Was she thinking about the end of her life? The hotel, well, it doesn't give up its secrets. Her echo just remains, a silent testament to a story with no end.
A broken heart can definitely leave a psychic scar, but a violent, unsolved murder? That can rip a hole in reality itself.
Okay, now we journey deeper, right into the heart of old Hollywood glamour and its darkest secrets. The Millennium Biltmore Hotel in LA was reportedly the last place Elizabeth Short, you probably know her as the Black Dahlia, was ever seen alive. Her brutal, infamous murder is still one of America's most haunting cold cases.
So decades after her death, a guest named Ryan is all alone in one of the Biltmore's elevators. He turns around, and there she is, a stunning woman, looking like a femme fatale straight out of a 1940s movie, dressed entirely in black. He was absolutely captivated, but as the elevator doors opened, the whole encounter took a terrifying turn.
As she walked past him, her eyes were just filled with panic, like an unspoken cry for help. The elevator doors closed, he immediately jammed them back open, but the hallway was completely empty. Impossible. She was just gone. Could this have been a residual replay of Elizabeth Short's final, terrified moments?
But what if the spirits aren't just echoes? What if some of them are aware? They watch, they interact. Our final story takes us to the Pfister Hotel in Milwaukee, a place so active it's become infamous among a very specific type of guest.
Now, the hotel's most prominent spirit is believed to be its founder, Charles Pfister. He's often seen standing on the grand staircase or up in the ballroom's minstrel gallery, and he doesn't really interact. He just watches over his creation. A proud, kind of proprietary phantom making sure his hotel is running just the way he likes it. A content but ever-present owner.
But here's the thing. Pfister isn't alone. The hotel is notorious among visiting Major League Baseball teams. I'm not kidding. Players have reported disembodied voices, their electronics going haywire, and waking up to find windows wide open in the middle of the night. Unlike the looping ghost of Kate Morgan, these entities seem to be intelligent, mischievous, and actively trying to mess with the living. They aren't just echoes, they're your roommates.
Okay, we are now resurfacing from these chilling depths. We've seen sorrowful echoes, violent replays, and even spirits that seem to interact with us. So what's the ultimate verdict on haunted hotels?
So what Tom Ogness' 2010 book Haunted Hotels is really getting at is this. These transient spaces we stay in, they're actually permanent theaters. They are these repositories where the most intense moments of life and death, from Kate Morgan's deep sorrow to the Black Dahlia's sheer terror, are replayed for anyone who's sensitive enough to see.
Ultimately, the power of these stories isn't just about whether there's an afterlife. It's about the permanence of the past. These hotels act like archives of human emotion, reminding us that what happens inside these walls can linger long, long after the living have checked out. And this is where Ogden really shines, his storytelling. He blends historical fact with witness testimony so well that it creates this palpable sense of place and dread. You really feel like you're the one walking down that empty corridor. You're the one seeing that flicker of movement from the corner of your eye.
So, for its masterful ability to build a chilling atmosphere and its really compelling exploration of paranormal theory, we give Tom Ogden's Haunted Hotels an atmosphere score of 8 out of 10. It's an unsettling and honestly an unforgettable stay.
Now, if our little exploration has left you wanting more, don't worry. The book is filled with other famously haunted locations that are definitely worth investigating.
You could check out the Stanley Hotel, the place that inspired The Shining, and maybe listen for some phantom parties in the ballroom. Or you could board the permanently docked Queen Mary, an ocean liner so haunted it's basically a city of ghosts, from elegant ladies in the salon to the tragic spirit of a young crewman down in the engine room.
The next time you check into a hotel, just remember, you might not be the only guest in your room. For more descents into fascinating topics like this, make sure to follow and subscribe. Just maybe leave a light on tonight.